The topic of our group is strategies to promote teachers' professional development from the perspective of lifelong education. Our group consists of 5 members, including Wei Yiran, Zhang Xiao, Liu Yu, Xu Fei, Tang Shenlong. We will demonstrate the topic from 5 aspects. Number 1, the development of SDGs. Number 2, the logic system between SDGs and lifelong learning. Number 3, teachers' lifelong learning and e-training. Number 4, the difficulties faced by teachers in their career development under the perspective of lifelong learning. Number 5, strategies to promote teachers' professional development from the perspective of lifelong education. My name is Xu Fei. I will introduce the first part, the development of SDGs. UNESCO began to advocate, promote, and popularize the concept of lifelong learning in the 1960s. So far, the concept of lifelong learning has been widely spread all over the world. In May 1972, the UNESCO International Commission on Education published Learn to Survive, Today and Tomorrow of the Educational World, and put forward the view that only comprehensive lifelong education can cultivate perfect people. This view has attracted more and more attention with the advent of the era of knowledge economy, and has become the consensus of all mankind in this era. For teachers, lifelong education is of great significance. In a sense, lifelong education is the existence of teachers. Lifelong education runs through the whole life, which is a spontaneous, active, and continuous educational process. The essence of the concept of lifelong education is to constantly cultivate people, expand and develop their knowledge and talents, and constantly cultivate their ability of cultural judgment and cultural behavior.
Hello everyone, my name is Wei Yiran. Now I will introduce part 2, the logic system between SDGs and lifelong learning. According to SDGs, sustainable development is constrained by many factors, and lifelong learning can be an important governance technology to achieve this goal. Currently, the changes of environment are closely related to the development of education, and sustainable development has become the core connotation of the concept of lifelong learning. Lifelong learning as an internationally recognized development concept in the field of education has something in common with sustainable development, which is restricted by many factors such as environment, economic, society, cultural, and so on. The concept and the connotation of lifelong learning are also constantly enriched and improved, providing solutions, policy references, and implementation paths for the realization of SDGs. Lifelong learning contributes to personal sustainability, which in turn contributes to social, economic, environmental, and cultural sustainability, and to the ultimate goal of global development. The concept of lifelong learning, therefore, is not only a real education order with the goals of sustainable development, but also social sustainable development, an important dimension of existence conditions. The concept of lifelong learning and sustainable development has the identity promote each other and integration in the proportion of practice, clarifying the concept of lifelong learning and sustainable development logic. Looking for the path of lifelong learning to promote sustainable development can provide more diversified development ideas for social progress.
My name is Liu Yu. Now, let me introduce part 3, Teachers' Lifelong Learning and E-Learning. With the rise and wide application of wireless network technology, the online form of lifelong learning for teachers has been affected. E-learning, that means anyone can start learning anytime, anywhere, any content, and even any chapter. This training method most directly reflects the characteristics of active learning and fully meets the needs of lifelong education. The training model has also changed from passive to active, with richer learning resources, more alternative learning exchanges, and more personalized training. Active mode. The training management platform has automatic management and remote interactive processing functions. Registration, payment, course-related work completed by trainees through remote interaction on the Internet. Various resources crossed the limitation of spatial distance. Institutions can give full play to their advantages in educational resources and spread the best teachers and best teaching results to all directions through the Internet. Frequent communication. Trainees and trainers have all-round communication through the network, which narrows the psychological distance between trainers and trainees. Personalized training. Each training system can achieve a complete system tracking record for each network trainee's personality data. It can provide personalized learning suggestions and proposed personalized training for different trainees.
My name is Tang Shenlong. I will introduce the part 4, the difficulties faced by teachers in their career development and the perspective of lifelong learning. Firstly, teachers' awareness of lifelong learning is inefficient. Through theory, teachers' understanding of lifelong learning is not deep, which restricts teachers' the behavior of lifelong learning to some extent. Then, teachers lack the ability and strategy of lifelong learning. Most of the teachers have the consciousness to make lifelong learning plan, but do not have a particular lifelong learning ability and strategy. Last, teachers' lifelong learning environment and conditions are efficient. Number 1. Teachers invest length in personal learning. Through data analysis, their level of investment in themselves is very low. Number 2. The school offers efficient learning opportunity. The learning system that motivates teachers is not perfect. The school provides little learning resources. Data shows that 80% of teachers believe school learning results are inadequate. The quality of learning activity is also poor. The lifelong learning atmosphere of the school is not strong enough. Through the questionnaire, 50% of the teachers believe that the atmosphere of lifelong learning in their school has not yet developed.
My name is Zhang Xiao. I will introduce the part 5. Strategies to promote teachers' professional development from the perspective of lifelong education. Firstly, the policy supports and improves the incentive mechanism of teachers' lifelong learning professional ability development. Governments and regions should actively promote the development of policies and regulations on lifelong learning, build a lifelong learning platform, construct a lifelong learning system for teachers. The formulation of university policies in various countries should closely follow the development goal of teachers' lifelong learning and comprehensively development online communities beneficial to teachers' personal development, improve the teacher learning system concretely, and the vocational training system depends the reform of teaching curriculum, innovate the evaluation mechanism, and simplify the evaluation index so as to promote the benign development of teachers' profession in many ways. Secondly, teachers need to uphold the core concept of sustainable development. In view of educational practice and career development, teachers should depend their cognition of the concept of lifelong learning. Only continuous lifelong learning can maintain a solid professional theory and basic methods. At the same time, stimulate professional awareness, and attach importance to the cultivation of comprehensive ability can meet the sustainability of teachers' professional ability development goals. The current COVID-19 epidemic has greatly enhanced the global teachers' awareness of the importance of educational technology and professional ability. In order to alleviate the gap in teachers' professional development, it's necessary for governments and educational authorities to carry out further training and retraining. If teachers are to adapt to the changing skills requirement of automation and digitalization, they have to engage in lifelong learning so that apply the new educational concepts. The next is conference. You can see. That's the end of our presentation. Thank you for your patience.